From the crushing depths of the ocean comes a terror beyond imagination. Sailors spoke of it in whispers, a monster so vast its tentacles could splinter ships, its body rising like an island from the sea. Some said it dragged men screaming into the abyss. Others swore it swallowed entire vessels whole. This is the legend of the Kraken. The Kraken's story begins in the cold northern seas of Norway and Greenland. For centuries, fishermen and sailors feared a creature lurking in the deep. Early Norse sagas describe a monster so enormous it was mistaken for land. Sailors would anchor their ships upon its back, only to realize too late that it was alive and plunging back into the depths. Others believed the Kraken was a harbinger of both fortune and doom. Where it rose, vast swarms of fish gathered in its shadow, as though the ocean itself bent around it. To find the Kraken was to find the sea's bounty, but to risk being dragged into darkness. Accounts vary, but nearly all describe the Kraken as colossal, tentacles longer than a ship's mast, eyes glowing like lanterns in the dark, its body said to span more than a mile across. When the Kraken stirred, it was not just the creature sailors feared. The sea itself became its weapon. As it rose, the ocean boiled, whirlpools formed, and ships were dragged into the abyss. To encounter the Kraken was not to face a monster, but the fury of the sea itself. But the Kraken was not the only sea monster of northern myth. In the old sagas, we also hear of Jörmungandr, the Midgard serpent, so vast it circled the world itself. Some scholars believe tales of the Kraken and Jörmungandr blurred together, feeding each other across generations. The serpent and the Kraken, twin reflections of mankind's fear of the ocean, given monstrous form. To the sailors of the north, the sea was not simply water, it was a living force. The Kraken symbolized the chaos beneath, the fear of the unknown, the reminder of human fragility. While dragons ruled the sky and fire, the Kraken embodied the sea, dark, cold, merciless. It was also a warning against hubris, for sailors who thought themselves masters of the ocean. The Kraken reminded them that nature could not be tamed. The sea gave life, and the sea could take it away. By the 18th century, the Kraken had entered natural history. The Danish bishop, Erik Pontoppidan, writing in 1752, described a creature so large it could be mistaken for an island. He warned of the maelstroms it created when it rose from the depths, dragging ships down in its wake. Pontoppidan was not alone. Other naturalists of the time also insisted the Kraken was real, though unseen by most. For them, it was not a myth, but a living beast, hiding in the deep northern seas. In time, science sought to explain the legend. Many pointed to the giant squid, a real creature with eyes the size of dinner plates and tentacles stretching more than 40 feet long. In the 19th and 20th centuries, squid carcasses washed ashore in Newfoundland, New Zealand, and Norway itself. Sailors who glimpsed such creatures alive, thrashing at the surface, may well have believed they faced the Kraken itself. Today, we know of the colossal squid, dwelling in the black waters of Antarctica. Even now, it remains one of the least understood animals on Earth. If such monsters live unseen in the deep, is it any wonder the Kraken thrived in the imagination? The Kraken's legend never died. It swam into poetry, like Alfred Tennyson's haunting verses. It thrashed its way into Jules Verne's 20,000 Leagues Under the Seas, where it struck fear into the crew of the Nautilus. And in the modern age, it returned again. In films, music, video games, and television. From Clash of the Titans to tales of pirates and cursed seas, the Kraken remains a symbol of unstoppable destruction, the ultimate ocean terror. The Kraken is not just a monster of the past, it is the terror of the unknown, the embodiment of nature's power, of the deep that hides more than we can ever know. Perhaps it is only a legend, or perhaps it still waits in the crushing black waters of the abyss. This is the Kraken. Subscribe to Mythos Daily and join us again as we dive deeper into the world where legends never die.